So the next one is going to be The Killer's Game, and this is an action dark comedy directed by J.J. Perry. And in this film, a killer is diagnosed with a terminal illness. He decides to take matters into his own hand and take a hit out on himself. However, when the very men he hires also target his ex-girlfriend, he must fend off an army of assassins and win back the love of his life before it's too late. And this film stars Dave Bautista, Sophia Boutella, Palm, Clemente, Scott Adkins, Terry Crews, and Ben Kingsley. And the synopsis ain't doing it justice, because really what happens is he gets a terminal diagnosis and finds out there was a mix-up. So he put a hit out on himself for nothing because he's going to live. And then he can't call it off because they've already got his money, and the agency, they're like, hey, bro, like there's no refunds. So basically, he has to fight his way out of it. And for the most part, man, I really enjoyed this film, dude. I thought it was pretty solid. Bautista's my guy. I think he's a good actor, man. It's interesting, too, because he's smaller in this than he normally is. And I think there was a bit of a controversy. People were, asking, oh, is he sick and this and that? And I was like, bro, like the last movie he was in, I think he said he was up to 315 pounds just to do Knock at the Cabin, which for me, that made no sense. But it's crazy the demands that, sometimes this film industry puts on people physically. And I'm like, yo, he's an older man. The amount of work you got to do to maintain that kind of mass, just on a physical effort, and then you have to act on top. It's a lot, man. So he's still fit, still big, Bautista, but he's a little bit leaner and meaner in this. And I didn't notice much difference with that, man. He's still effective. He's still the guy you don't want to mess with in a film like this. But I had a good time with it, man. It's not like a highbrow type of film. This really is a straight up action flick. But I think what's boosts it up is the action in it is pretty good. And you've got this wacky world. It's kind of like John Wick in a sense, but also a little bit of what's the old school assassins film around the early 2000s. I think they did two of them. Had Common in it. Taraji P was in it, but it was, I can't remember the name.
You're talking about like Smoking Aces?
Yeah, Smoking Aces. It's kind of has that kind of world where all of these killers have their own different kind of personalities, and they're just over the top personalities. They got their own little splash screens and intros, and it makes it interesting. So I think that was really fun, man, especially seeing how it's presented that he has history with a lot of these people that are coming after him. So not only is he kicking their ass or killing them, but he's also exchanging banter, and there's war stories and stuff like this going on that just give this world a little bit more oomph. Like this is one that I could see them, doing a franchise off of, man. To be honest, it could probably be a something that's running parallel with the Wick universe a little bit, but just his own thing in a way, just a different take on this stuff,
The guy that's the director, he did stunts for John Wick.
Yeah, he's also directed Day Shift too, the Netflix Jamie Foxx film.
Oh, that's good.
In 2022.
Yeah.
So like it's good, man. Like it has that kind of energy with it, like that we saw from that Day Shift film, man. It's just a fun film that doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's trying to do inventive stuff, with the action, just to keep us entertained. Like the story is simple, man. You heard the plot. There's no crazy twist or nothing like that, and you get from point A to point B in a short and efficient time, and you had a good time along the way. I think it's funny because I saw Ian talking about this. Yeah, and he said people gonna be kicking themselves when they finally see this on streaming that they didn't see it, in the theater, and I'm not tend to agree with them on that, Mark. So I had a good time watching this one, man. It's definitely a cool game. There's also one feature in this thing that's kind of funny. There's a point where I guess in this world you get access to this app, so you can dial up your killers, your assassins, and they each have ratings on them, yo. So as he's pulling up different people, they're rated by the amount of guns. Like I guess there's a scale of 1 to 5, and some of them have 2 guns, some got 3, some of them have 5. So it's like I feel like that guy that that was on Trump's golf course the other day, man. He probably had like one gun rating because.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But yeah, man, the Killer's Game is good. Man, I had a good time watching that.